gotta do. Time after time we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha! Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Mexico City Diablos and the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Browns, they've put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down. Bass. He finds his man complete. It's Hughes. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Bass. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Porter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's got room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Bass. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Greenwood. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Browns drive about to get started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Browns at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Etienne up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves it with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. And the slot man goes in motion left. A handoff running left is Etienne. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Chris Claybrooks. He will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Another tote for Etienne. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Looking to throw. Bass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Operating from the gun. Bass. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Diablos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here we go, set.
3rd and short yardage, Mills. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A handoff for Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, here's Mitchell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He's got it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And they'll run with Etienne. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mills to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
On 1st down, Bass.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Diablos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Etienne once more.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right
here. They go play action. Mills. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A give to Etienne running right.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Mills. He's got Slayton on the slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Irv Smith Jr.
from 19 yards away.
And the Browns get a bit closer.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Bass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Play fake, Mills.
He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Mills.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Bass. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And they'll send out their punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's taken on the 25.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw is Mills. Going right side, he finds Slayton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Greenwood. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 23. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Greenwood. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Mills. He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down throw for Mills.
And a big one loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Here's Mills.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Brandon Echols.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Greenwood.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
16 yards, a first down. Up the middle they go. Greenwood.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run on first down. Greenwood. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.